Are you catching all the warning signs? Hey, and welcome back to Supermom Knows Best. I'm Erin. Today we're going to be talking about kind of a touchy subject. Are you missing any warning signs with your kids? Any signs of depression or anxiety, or that they may want to harm themselves or somebody else? Or are you just missing that your kids are desperately needing your attention? We had a family crisis earlier this week. I'm not going to go into details, but it has brought a lot of things to light for the family. Now, they're extended family. They're not my people in my house, but it's led us to question a lot of things. As our children get older, are they still aware of stranger danger? Do they know what to do or what not to do in a life or death situation? The situation that occurred probably could have been avoided if the parents had caught the warning signs earlier. The child was desperately calling out, trying to seek attention, needing help, and mom and dad just missed the warning signs. It happens to the best of us, and it doesn't always have to go from one extreme to another. I'll tell another story. My parents, when my sister was young, she was complaining of her leg falling asleep while she walked. Now, I come from a medical family, and medical people are usually the worst at picking up signs on when their own kids are sick. They'll pick up on everybody else's kids and what's going on at the hospital and the clinic, but they miss the warning signs happening with their kids. It's kind of the joke of the cobbler's children have no shoes. So my sister complained for months about her leg falling asleep and her back hurting when she walked. She was an extremely gifted athlete. Soccer, volleyball, swimming. She did it all, but when she was 12, she just kept complaining. After months of ignoring all the signs, my parents finally took her to the doctor and got x-rays. They found that her spine and her butt bone were not connected, and the signals were having to jump, and it was causing her leg to fall asleep. My parents were so convinced that everything was fine, they just told her to walk it off. She ended up having to have a fusion when she was 12 to help fix the problem. We have to be careful. We have to remember to pay attention, to let them talk, to let them explain how they're feeling and what's going on. You don't want to miss the warning signs. I mean, look at the mother earlier this year in Michigan who was found guilty of manslaughter because her son decided he wanted to hurt his friends at school. She missed the warning signs. They bought him the gun. She took him to the shooting range, but she wasn't paying attention to how many times he was crying out for help. We get caught up in our lives. We get caught up, and we think because we survived adolescence and childhood that they will too. But kids aren't always as lucky as we were. Things were simpler then. Everything wasn't online. They didn't have to grow up with those pressures, but now they do. People that you think are their friends can really be bullying them online. Their so-called friends can be bullying them, telling them that it's time to call it a day and call it quits. And they suffer in silence because they're embarrassed. They don't know what to say. And they don't want you to think that they can't handle it. It's sad that they think that they have to do it alone. Make sure you check in with your kids. Make sure you don't miss the warning signs. Preventing bullying and harming others at school starts at home. When we, the parents, wake up to what our child is saying and what they are needing from us. And when we can't handle it, it's time to find somebody who can. Seek professional help if you can't handle the situation. It's okay to say, we need help. So that's my thoughts for today. Thank you for listening. If you like what I have to say, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.